Hello everyone, this is Staff Sergeant Fowler. I will be covering the first game for Week 2, the 501st versus the 34 Dragons. We will be getting underway shortly. This will be the second time these two teams have gone against each other. And it'll be interesting to see how the rematch goes. It looks like this will be a solo stream at the moment, but I will do my best. Now, the 34th Dragons are currently 2-0, whereas the 501st are 1-1. And the draft has just started. Right away, the 501st Dragons have banned Diana on their side. Now, the 34th Dragons previously went for very aggressive teams. Pretty much every champion had a dash, leap, speed boost of some kind. So it'll be interesting to see if the pattern continues. They have matched the Diana with a Sejuani, which I believe is a favorite of the 501st Dragon jungle player. 501st have responded with a K'Sante, who is a very strong champion that the Dragons have used previously in the top lane. And they have gone for a second jungle ban in the Nocturne. And the 501st third and final starting ban is the Xin Zhao versus a Soraka. Okay, 501st immediately slam a Vi for their jungle. Let's see how the 34 Dragons respond. Okay, they're hovering an Ashe. Whoever they pick is going to be a blind pick unless they make their second one a jungle. But no, it looks like they want to shore up their bottom lane with an Ashe Zyra, which is a very strong damaging lane for sure. But it does go against what I was saying earlier about whether they had if they tended to go for aggressive mobile champs. So they definitely switched up their playstyle a little bit. Okay, 501st have chosen Lux. This could be either a mid lane or a support pick. So there's still a little bit of flexibility here. Okay, and a Mel, which, yeah, is pretty hot right now. She has a reflect ability, which could be very potent, especially if Mel goes into the bottom lane against the Zyra. Can just bounce the root right back at him. But it still leaves things up in the air. This could be a Mel Lux bot lane, Mel mid, Lux support. So they're definitely not a guarantee where they're going on the 501st side. The 34th is gone with a Fizz, which is a good one, especially if they're thinking it's a Mel mid lane, or even a Lux mid lane. Fizz definitely can do a lot of damage and close the gap. And since he doesn't really have much range except for his ultimate, there's not a lot for Mel to bounce back at him. Okay, Dragons have chosen Aatrox, so they've decided to go after the top lane, which is a smart choice, because again, they don't 100% know where the Lux and the Mill are going, so it makes sense to try and target the top lane, who definitely hasn't been picked yet. And they respond with a Poppy, which is again a pretty flexible pick all around. That could go jungle or top lane. Okay, let's see who the dragons are going to pick. Alright, another top lane, the Ornn. So we'll see if this has any kind of impact on the 501st. Okay, they've gone for an Mbessa, which, again, that's most likely a top lane. So that's pretty much 4 top laners that have been banned between the both of them. And it looks like they're hovering a Jarvan for jungle, who is definitely a great engage piece, which their team is currently lacking. Although obviously the Ashe and the Fizz ult's going to be very impactful, but if they miss, then they'd have a hard time getting an engage going. Okay, and another AP piece, a Galio, which doesn't clear things up a great bit on the 501st lineup. If I had to guess right now, my hunch would be Galio mid, Mel is the bot laner, and Lux is support. But we'll see if this final pick clears things up with a top laner. At the moment, they have a lot of AP on their team. They do have some good engage for sure with a Vi and a Galio. Mel and Lux both have roots. But I would expect some kind of damage dealer in the top lane. Okay, Yone definitely fits the bill for an attack damage champ. Although the dragons do get to counterpick him. But we'll see what finishes up the draft. Okay, a Jax is a very powerful combatant and can really do a lot of damage in the Yone. This feels like it's going to be a very high skill matchup in the top lane. But I will say, the dragons definitely have less engage, for sure, outside of the Jarvan. So the 501st can definitely get some plays going, and this could really do a lot of damage. But they're going to have to really be wary of the burst damage if they do get caught from an Ashe, Zyra, Fizz. That is a draft. We will be back momentarily for the start of the game. Okay, and welcome back. The game has just started. The teams are off. Now that we can have a look at the items and the runes, notice that the mill went for a cleanse, which means definitely on the cautious side, I think, since they only have 1 root on the Zyra, and there is an Ashe ult. Oop, we have an early engage, but looks like it's not going to come to anything. But yes, it looks like the mill just wants to be extra careful that they don't give any kills away. Okay, a little cheeky trade in the mid lane, which did not go the way the Fizz was hoping for. And because of this, you can see that we've got a ward in the bottom red, but the blue returned with a ward in the red side one as well. So pretty equal vision on both sides. Everyone's in a pretty normal place. The Yone is definitely looking around though. The top lane is definitely the one that I'm most interested in. This is going to be a very interesting fight. The Yone does a lot of damage, but the Jax definitely is going to get the counterattack, although they're really starting to get bullied now. Ooh, okay, early first blood by Yubi. At the moment the Fizz is getting pushed back, but that's to be expected this early on. The Galio has great wave clear. Okay. Yeah, this might go a little bad for the Jax early on, but right now he just has to farm, get the levels, and then he'll definitely have a much easier time. Oop! Very dangerous point for the Fizz. Okay, this is going very well early on for the 501st. If they can get one more kill, they'll get one of the feats of strength. For people new to this particular season, there's a couple special feats which, if your team manages to get, such as the first tower or getting the first 3 kills of the game, once you get those feats, you get to unlock special boots that only the team that gets these feats is able to get. So it can be a small but helpful buff. And right now they got 2 out of 3 kills to get one of the feats. Looking at CS, they're pretty even overall. Slight advantage on the Galio, but not exactly a major change. But he is definitely getting a lot more pain on the Fizz. We'll see how well the Yone do. Ooh, okay, we got an early dive, and it went very, very clean. Getting that plate is definitely going to help turn things around as well for the Jax. We're seeing, it looks like the Vi is posturing for a dive in the bottom. Let's see how it goes. Jumping on the Zyra flash. Vi follows with a flash. Okay. Now that was that was an ambitious flash from the Mel. They're only level 3. They don't have a lot of damage. They definitely don't have their ult to immediately delete them, but at least they got both summoners out of the Ashe and the flash from the Zyra. And the Lux does still have their ignite. It looks like the Jarvan is looking for a gank. Another cheeky tower dive. Looks like it will pay off, but it is going to be immediately returned. But they do have the kills needed for the first feat of strength. Alright, bottom lane is trying to crash the wave. Looks like they want to go for an early dragon, but the Jarvan at least did get spotted out, so they have some idea what's going on. Now, interesting to see what happens at level 6, because obviously the Galio's ultimate very valuable, so he can quickly zoom into somewhere else and change a fight, which he just got 6 now. So you have to be extra careful what goes on. And he can definitely answer to a jungle, say trying to gank the top lane if the Vi isn't in the area. Okay, we have 2 objectives up, but it looks like both of them are Still just focusing on jungling at the moment. They're definitely pinging both of them. And then, as we can see, the Yone is definitely not having his easy time. They're not 6 like the Jax, so he has to be extra careful. And if we look at the items, yeah, with the Sheen, the Jax is definitely going to be doing a lot of damage. So he is not trading quite as well. Bot lane is pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be, just two sides that are very good at poking, but not so good at jumping in and engaging. So unless someone really oversteps... Oop, okay, we got to see a Mel reflect into her own root, and a nice clean kill. But they are in a lot of danger, and they go down in response. Fighting the top side. Looks like the Galio jumped in, but looks like it's once again a trade here. But they're looking for more. Everyone is very low. The Yone is... Oh, everyone is almost one hit away. Let's see if... Yep, Galio got that one. So we got another advantage over on the blue side. This Galio is definitely getting a lot of work done. Ooh, I don't know what that was. Maybe he was, I don't know, looking away, computer lag. That was a bit of a mistake, because it looks like a very easy kill. Although it did take the flash and the ignite, but that was definitely unfortunate. I don't know what happened there. Bit of user error. But Jarvan has decided to jump back on the Void Grubs, but it looks like Vi is on the way, but not fast enough. So one of the other feats of strength is going for objectives, going for the big monsters, so Void Grubs is definitely helping them in that sense. Yeah, that Yone looks like they definitely could use a little bit of help from their jungle, as right now they're getting pushed in pretty badly, which, depending how good they are... no, actually, they are ahead of CC, so, or CS, so they seem to be doing fine, actually. I take that back. The farming into the jungle is, or under their tower is not a problem for them. Oh, we got another engage, but the Yone is very low and goes down very easy. Unfortunately, I just don't know how he's going to turn this around without getting a little bit of help. But we got another jump on the bot lane, so they are responding with a kill on the Ashe, which is definitely going to mess with their CC. And now they might be positioned to go for... Yep, looks like they're going to go for the jungle. So this will definitely also counter the Void Grubs. But looks like... Ooh. So this could be a bit of a problem. The Jarvan was definitely waiting. Ooh. But they did not get a good engage for a second kill on the Yone. So top lane is struggling, bot lane is doing fine for the 5-0 first, but the Galio is definitely causing a bit of a headache. Even a cheeky back deny. But yeah, right now the Fizz is definitely having a lot of trouble. Let's see if the Jarvan can help him out. No, he does have his ult, but I don't know if the Vi's in range, and it's definitely too... Ooh, very nice. The Jarvan was probably trying to bait out the flash, but timing did not go well, and he did get away. But he got the flash down. Let's see, so... Galio and Yone both went for teleport. They can get back to the lane quickly. Whereas the Fizz went for Ignite to make him better at trades, which did not go well, so he has a harder time going back. Which means the Galio can punish him if he goes in a wrong time and he loses out on some minions. Unfortunately, with just pretty much the bot lanes clearing their minions and doing a little poking, there's not a lot showing outside of the ganks. But yeah, this is what happens when you have just 4 range champions. None of them really go in well. But with an Ignite on both sides, they definitely want to get kills. But that damage is just quite painful on the Fizz. Okay, both junglers are hovering the bottom side of the map. Doesn't look like they noticed each other. Jarvan wants to go mid. Oh, but he could get stuck out. I see we've got a lot of blue converging, but... So they didn't know exactly, but they definitely suspected, I think. It looks like blue is just gonna move on up, go for the objective again. He's definitely on the trail, but those are going down fast. Let's see if he can get anything on this, if he even wants to try. Okay, he's in the area. Yep, he's jumping in. Used his flash. Oh, and he did succeed at getting the final Void Grub. So that's pretty big for them. The Vi's now stuck. Definitely worse for wear for the blue side, as Yone gets caught. Oop, Zyra ult. But there's a Mel. So Mel does have their ultimate, so if they can get someone low, nah, they could try to execute, but Jax is definitely too strong for that one. Okay, oh, that was an incredible combo. So, Lux used their ult, show up, do a lot of damage. Lucky it hit them, but because the Zyra was still tagged by the Mel's passive, all Mel had to do was press her ult, and it immediately detonated all the stacks built up, doing a ton of damage despite Zyra being so far away. Okay, two teams are pretty even on score. Looking at CS, things are pretty even as well, though the Mel currently has 21 CS above the Ashe. Looking at gold, the Jax is definitely, with 5 kills, he's got a pretty sizable lead right now over the Yone. But the Galio is definitely doing better than the Fizz as well. But yeah, very even game overall though. At the moment, it looks like blue is trying to set up for a dragon. So the Zyra, looks like the Zyra likes to spam their W and throw down multiple seeds on their cast. Personally, I'd recommend holding one back, because it's usually always helpful to have one for, say, a follow-up melee plant for that slow, than just putting 2 range plants. Because they don't do a lot of damage, and even once you have a Liandry's, you're not stacking double Liandry's. Ooh, okay, Mel's in trouble. They got hit with double ult. They just missed getting the reflect on the Fizz ult, which I believe works. But no deaths. Ooh, very close. Yone very nearly had the Jax there, but unfortunately it was not enough. Oop. Oh, that was definitely an overstay on the Zyra. So once again, a kill answered with a kill. But it'll be interesting to see how they will shift once they get out of the laning phase. Because so far, Blue's been doing pretty well, but the Jarvan has definitely done some great things with the jungle, stealing objectives away. Not that the Vi is doing bad, they definitely got some great kills on the bot side, but we'll see how things go from here. So, Yone lost her tower, so they have to be a little more careful on the top side. They won't have as much protection. Oh, that very fast wave clear from the Galio. Just instantly dealing with it when it gets there. Alright, they're setting around the objective again. They're trying to catch someone. Okay. Vi jumps on the Jax, but he gets away. Yone is back. Here comes Luxhold into a Galio. Doesn't catch anyone. Zyra ult bounces up. Flashes away. But the Vi's getting low. Ignite from the Fizz. Fizz ult hits the Yone. Here comes the Mel ult. Pretty even again. The Yone is definitely having trouble, but they were able to get away. Ooh, nice kill there. Oh, and he really... Jarvan definitely was not expecting that one. And that went to the Yone, which is... He definitely needs that kill for sure. That was a great team fight. The objective is still up, but everyone was too low to go for it. And they do get a tower on the bot side. Let's see if we can see any items. I can't tell if the third feat got taken yet, but no one's bought the boots yet, so I think they still need another objective, another monster objective on the red side to get the feat, because they got the first tower. Okay, Jarvan has jumped right in. He's going for it. Blue side does not have vision in the area. Galio is all the way on the other side of the map. They do have their teleport up. But yeah, Yone is staying in the top lane. Looks like they are not gonna contest this one. Looks like they're giving it away. Okay, Vi is here, but they do not want to have one-on-one of Jax. Galio TP's in, but Rift Herald is already taken. So, yeah, that was a very easy claim by the red team. Okay, small engage, but... Oop, Yone jumping back in. Alright, red side is definitely thinking on the objectives. They're already in the bot side now. The dragon will be next. Okay, Vi jumps in, Galio ult on the back of it. Almost got the Zyra. Lux ult, but ooh, Jarvan gets pretty much the whole blue team and they're all stuck. Oh no. That went horribly, and worst of all, the Yone was not there. Oh, that was a disaster. It was very clean on the red side. They got caught out, but they responded very well, but the blue side just did not counter with just the same strength, or same speed, I should say. They really could have used the Yone in that fight. This will be an easy dragon pickup. Looks like Akhan is in the top lane now. Looking at the gold difference, it is 3.5k to the red team. So even though the kills are the same, they're definitely now building up a small gold lead, which definitely can be answered. This is still very close. But if we look at, say, number of completed items, yeah, the Jax has now gotten a Trinity Force and a Sundered Sky, but the Yone is still just sitting on a Blade of the Ruin King. Galio does have 2 items, so he's still slightly up on the Fizz. Mel's got Leandre's and Seraph's. Ash just finished Phantom Dancer to go with Kraken Slayer. Okay, Yone versus Fizz. Fizz does not like it. Loses about half their health. Nothing done to the Yone. It'd be interesting to see if blue team maybe tries to go for the Atacon. Jax does have a teleport up, but even at least posturing for it, they could try and bait out the teleport, because that's obviously a very powerful advantage for him to hold at the moment. Everyone but Jax and Galio is up in the top side of the map, but Jax is moving up. Oop, okay, engage on the Ashe, flash into a Mel root, into a Mel ult. Great job. That is definitely a lot of damage off the board, but the red team is surrounding them at the moment. Yone is now, not in a good way, but uses the ult to get away from Jarvan. Fizz gets taken down, but Jarvan answers that one. Jax versus Galio, and a shutdown onto the Mel. That is huge. Let's see if they can get more. Alright, flash for flash there. Oh, unfortunately Zyra turning around went right into the Galio taunt. That was a great turnaround there. It narrowed the gold lead down to 1k now, but they'll definitely get this mid tower off the back of it. Yeah, bring it down to only a 400 gold lead. Pretty much nothing from that one fight. Oh, this is exciting. This is a very close match. Alright, Rift Herald has been summoned to the top side. There is no one to respond at the moment. Okay, Galio is using a teleport. Fizz is waiting in a bush, trying to get something done, but they are going to get spotted out. Alright, well, Vi is very low, but they are a Vi. But they're going to get away. White Herald goes down, not really doing much. Small smash. Ooh, the Vi very low. I'm not sure they should have gotten in. Had to flash out of the way of an Ashe arrow. Jarvan is still on the hunt. Okay. Red definitely has better vision at the moment. Alright, Galio wants to do something. Jumped on the Jax, who's all alone. Gets rooted up into, a lot of damage. It'll be interesting to see if they want to go top lane or if they want to try and push. Because they're all together, they could try jumping down the Baron. No, it looks like they just want to maybe try and get a little bit of vision on the red side for once. Yeah, it looks like everyone is really into the dragon. There is Atacon and a Baron in the top lane, so they're definitely spoiled for choice. But no, blue side has decided to prioritize the dragon. They're going to try and block it, but this is a Jarvan who's very good at jumping over walls. Ooh, but a very good timed taunt has prevented him from doing that, and he is going to die. Oh, unfortunately the Jax had already teleported to help. But it looks like the red team is still there to back him up. Ooh, but the Yone is stuck. Here comes a Galio ult for support. Gonna knock up the Fizz. Jax jumps in. Dead, Yone. Ooh, got a nice stasis effect there from the Jax. Keep going. He has jumped on the back line. Ooh, down goes the Lux. There was a Mel ult, but it was very fast. But they still cleaned up. Unfortunately, they don't really have the damage to take down Baron or Arakan at a very fast pace, especially because the Jarvan is already back. Looks like they're just gonna try and push the wave up. Let's see, looking at items, pretty similar. See the Jax used up their Shattered Arm Guard. Be interesting to see if they go forward with a Zhonya's, if they just wanted the effect for the once per game effect. Alright, both sides are definitely moving into the top side. Looks like we're gonna have another collision up here. Yone is pushing the wave. Red side has a slight advantage since they still have their tower up. Now, did the Zyra... Interesting, the Zyra did not go Liandry's. So they don't have that max health burn. Which is definitely helpful dealing with a Galio, since they're definitely going to be very tanky. Alright, jump on the Jarvan. Ooh, going over a line, but they got hit for the Vi. Follow up from the Galio, but was not able to connect. Unfortunately, the Vi is stuck alone. Got nothing more than the Jax and the Jarvan ult. Looks like the team is waiting, hoping they can catch someone. They see a Jax stayed in the area. Let's see if they can get it. Alright, the root landed from the mill. Use the ult. Reflect, which also gives a slight invulnerability. Not a very long one, but long enough to get another kill. Galio was just sort of standing there, taking pretty much no damage from the rest of the red team. Oop, but here comes a Fizz as well. He could be in trouble, but Yone is here. Not enough, though. Fortunately, the rest of the team was just out of position of that one. Four to 4, but it looks like they're both just going to wait for another team fight. No one's really trying to do a cheeky steal. Red team definitely has a lot of wards posted in the top side of the map, though. Blue only has really one red ward in a bush. There's not really a lot of urgency. It looks like neither team is really looking to have another fight up in the top side. Yone and Galio in the bottom lane. Alright, well now their only vision really was just taken down by the Fizz. And Fizz is also going to push the top lane again. Everyone's just kind of, I don't know, I guess they're waiting for another dragon, maybe? Galio versus Jax. Galio does have some minions to back him up, but I don't think he wants to stay in that fight. Oh, but the rest of the team, interesting. Yeah, they just decided to go into the bottom lane with a Galio. Whereas the Jax is TP'd up in the top lane and they want to try and get that Arakan grab while the blue team is distracted, which is a very good idea. Jax definitely does a lot of damage. Same with the Fizz. Yone is on the way. Looks like they've decided to call it off. It's a good try, but not quite enough damage to do it with just two people in that time frame. Dragon's up and blue team is immediately heading for it. And they immediately jump on it as well. Now Jarvan is in the area. He's proven to be very good at stealing. But it looks like he's been zoned out pretty good. X-Tech number 2 for the blue side. Jarvan jumps in, gets 2 people into a fizzled as well. But that Galio is really tanky and he is not going down. Life flashes after a very weak Ashe. Doesn't quite have the range. Oh, almost. Let's see if they can get it. No. Not quite. Fizz goes into stasis. They do manage to snipe the Ashe. And there are 4 blue... It looks like they want to try and break open the lane instead of go for an objective. Okay, I guess that was a speculative ult from the Lux, see if anyone was waiting. And yeah, there's a tower on the back end, but they are retreating from getting the inhibitor. So at least they don't have to deal with super minions. Right now, gold lead, about 3.5 for the blue side. It's now swung the other way. Looking at items, it's pretty similar on both sides. Bring up the gold. Alright, blue team goes out. Vi is immediately heading to the top lane. Looks like we should get a nice fight around Baron. Now the Fizz is out of position, so if they were to do, say, Otacon, this would be a great time. Right now it's just both sides kind of shuffling on other sides of Baron. Placing wards, taking down wards. Jax and Galio going in, but they're so tanky, they can pretty much get away with it. Ooh, Yone gets a nice catch on the Ashe into a Galio ult. Locks up, Ashe is gone. Jax is now going to have some trouble. Let's get over the wall. Nice pick from the blue team. They could probably go in. That Galio jumping back in again. Take some damage, not enough. Vi is sticking on that Jax. Another kill for the Mel. He's currently 16-2. That Mel literally has half of the kills on their team. Nice team fight. All but 2 dead. Let's see. Did the Zyra does have a Liandry's now, so at least they have that extra burn, which was really important dealing with that Galio. Managed to get a mid tier 2 turret, but looks like that is it. They're pinging the Dragon Pit. Based on the team fight so far, it feels like Kraken didn't really need to take a cleanse for their Mel. They seem to be doing just fine without it. I mean, their score is amazing, so maybe I'm just missing it on the director cam, but something like a heal or a barrier probably would have been a little better. Red is prioritizing the top lane, but blue team really seems to be focusing on the Dragon Pit. Looks like they are going to try and get a surround on the Jax, who pushed out a little too far, does not have the rest of his team. Gets hit by a taunt and a root and basically everybody. There's a Vi ult. bit of overkill, but let's see if it was worth it. Galio is splitting to go for the inhib. The rest of the team is racing for Baron. I think the red team is going to have the damage to get to it before it. Yeah, it's going down pretty fast. I don't think Vi's is going to get there. Now they are going to lose an inhib for this. Looks like the Fizz is not in a good way and is going to pay his life for the Baron. Oop, but they want more, and they're... Well, it's a Yone. He's going to rubber band right at the really good time. Looks like blue is going to pick up Otacon on the back of this. This red is... Yeah, red has all left the area, so they're going to get this one unopposed. Okay, Cheeky Galio is staying a long time in the red's side of the map. Alright, he's now dealing with 3 members. He's going to try and run, but Jax runs in front of him so he can't dash away. But it is a Galio, and he is not taking a lot of damage. Jack pops his ult there, but Galio is still just walking away. Little support from the Lux, but this will give another dragon to the red team. It's 3-3, so this is going to be a close dragon soul point here. Unfortunately, ooh, bad timing on that one, but Yone is going to get a kill on the Ashe in return. The rest of the team is going to be going against a flashless Jax, who is stuck in the red buff pit. 2 kills versus 2 kills. Okay. Looks like there was a panic ult from the Galio, worried that the Lux was about to go down. Summoner-wise, looks like Zyra is the only one with a flash, but Rohan's is about to come up. On the blue side, Vi and the Mel still have their flash. Both supports still have their ignites. Now, so far they've both really avoided just a good team fight in a lane. They've pretty much stayed only on objectives for a lot of this game. But there's nothing up at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if blue, who has a pretty... they've got a big kill lead, but it's only really 2k gold in front, is going to try and make anything happen. If they're just going to try and wait for another objective, wait for another pick before actually going into something. Alright, posturing in the top lane. Blue team perhaps trying to go for the top tier 2 tower. But yeah, everyone's currently just wandering around. We've got a lot of red-blue buffs on the blue team. And Yone jumps in. Here's a Galio on the back of it. Fizz is going to get away. Jarvan ult gets 3. Mel ult. Again, it was a little early on the Mel ult. No one really had any stacks, so it didn't do a lot of damage. But it still came away with a kill on the Ashe. Fizz one-on-one versus the Vi, but he's very low. And they're going to go for a turret, but they don't have any minions, so... Oh, meanwhile, Galio's just going to try and solo the the base. And just get one of the base turrets. Here comes the Vi, but it looks like Galio's going to go down to the last turret. But their whole team is dead, so this is looking like the end of the game. This was a great game. A lot of action, a lot of back and forth. Well played on both sides. Looking at the damage, yep, the Jax and the Yone were very close. Jax just slightly more. That was great game. I wish I could do a post game, but unfortunately, I am actually playing in the next match, so I'm going to have to cut the stream here. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we can get someone to stream game 2. But it was a lot of fun. Thanks for putting up with a new caster. Just grab this and